Are we rolling?
We are rolling.
Nice.
Oh, we get the band back together or what?
Here we are back together again for the first time
Yeah.
since the last time, which was fucking ages ago. It seems like.
Seems like.
It was over a month ago, I think.
So are we in December yet?
Nope.
Yeah, we are.
Technically,
But when
yes.
this comes out,
Is it?
see, it's a trick question.
Tomorrow's
Tomorrow's the
December.
first. Oh, it is. So it is.
30
Today.
days
So
has
it
November,
is.
April, June, and September.
And
All the rest have 31, except for February, because she's a bitch.
oh yes, my son turns 22
When?
today. Slapper was the Tuesday, the first.
Wow,
Wow.
my sister's 50th birthday is today.
Yeah.
I mean, the day that we're doing this.
Yes,
The 30th.
it is today.
It is today.
Happy birthday, Connor. Happy birthday.
Jennifer,
Happy birthday, Jennifer.
50.
50.
I can't believe it.
Well, my son's 22. I'm 22.
That I can't believe that.
I am 22.
Yeah. You're 22 and a half. Come on.
Okay.
Let's be real about this. Well, Chad, what episode
Yes.
is this?
This is SlapperCast episode number 95.
Oh my God, I can't
Are we
wait for
approaching the 100 mark?
Man,
We're approaching
we're gonna do
100.
something special for the
I
100.
meant to go and look to see when that's going to be, and I forgot.
It's going to be in 5 shows.
It's going to be next 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Another 5
1,
shows.
2, 3,
Probably right
4,
after-
5,
probably right after the
January
first of the year.
5th. Yeah.
Ah, be perfect. 2021, 100.
Yeah.
We can kiss
Excellent.
2020 goodbye.
That's pretty cool.
I'm going to
Or
miss it.
I'm like, oh, you're going to miss it?
Yeah.
I'm going to miss January and February. The rest of it
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
slag off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like my new rocking chair, though.
Yeah, you like that?
You know what? I think I sat here last time,
You did.
but it's been so long since we've been here.
I know.
I forgot
It's
the-
the
I
fir-
forgot
feels
the-
like
I
the first
forgot-
time.
I
Feels
forgot
like the
the
very
feeling.
first time.
So last night we played at.
You mean 2 nights ago?
Yes, sorry. Last night for us at the moment, 2 nights ago for you people who were listening on launch
You
day of this
people.
episode, we played at a bar called the New Potato up on Clinton Street, like right north of downtown Houston. And I don't think any of us had ever stepped foot in this place before.
No,
Yeah.
but it turns out that the owner, Paul, is my next door neighbor in Ireland. He's from Ballybrack.
That's
And for just to give you some perspective here, kids, if you walk outside your front door and you throw a rock, chances are you're from Ballybrack. But if you walk out your door and you throw a rock, that's how close Ballybrack was to where I lived in Killiney, the rough part, Killiney. That's where Bono lives and all those wankers. Anyway, so we got to meet Paul last night. He owns the New Potatoes, Chad saying, on Clinton Street, and brilliant venue, big field essentially out the back, where we decided to take our lovely van 4-wheeling. And no problem getting out, right?
no, we just drove straight and didn't stop. And
Shut up. So we drove the van in last night, and they've been kind of waterlogged because we had some major rain Friday and Saturday, hence the different date. But she goes all the way up to the doors in mud essentially, and our good friends Gerald and Ryan pulled us out.
Jared.
That's what I said.
Jared.
As in he went to.
The L is silent.
It is. But we brilliant. I mean, so the van's full of gear. Drive in, sinks right down in the mud, and next thing you know, this is we're staying here. So lads came in within minutes, had us out. Just
It was with a Jeep, right?
well, the first one was a pickup truck.
Oh,
But I'm telling you something, effortless.
yeah.
Effortless, and that's a big van.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first one was a pickup truck, the second one was a Jeep, and Ryan had a brand new, I think the Jeep was brand new too, but it was the first time he'd used the
pretty
winch on
sparkling. Yeah.
and but man, it's incredible. You watch the van go in and go, it's up to the doors in mud, and the Jeep comes on, and it's like it sails across the. It's like it's made for it.
It was surreal, especially when the Jeep pulled you out of that second spot.
Yeah.
It looked crazy because the Jeep's like half the size of the van.
Yeah.
It's like, get out of here.
But again, the the professionalism. It's great to live in Texas, for many reasons, but the fact that there's 18 million vehicles lying around that can bail you out.
I know that guy in the Jeep was dying to use that winch on something.
I mean,
brand new. He was like, I wanted to use it on something.
Yeah.
I just want to pull.
He was giving Jared crap for not. He was like, "Why do you call me?" He goes, "Well, the lads they needed help now, And he was 2 minutes away, but
It's too funny.
Yeah. So luckily we got stuck twice, so we could
Use both
Yeah,
vehicles.
that was very
but
cool.
we were just incredible. Our
A little mud on the tires.
our sincerest thanks to the lads for helping us out. And then Paul, talking to him, he's from Cromlech Fields in Ballybrack, right down the street, like I said, from where I used to live. And of course, we know a million of this. He's a little bit young. Everybody's younger than me, but he. We know a bunch of the same people, and it's just brilliant, kind of walking through the old neighborhoods.
And how long has he been living here?
He's been here. He's had the place for a few years. He's had the bar for a few years. I imagine he's been here for. I mean, I don't know if we even talked about it, but
yeah, he still has his accent.
Oh yeah, so, yeah. If you're from Ballybrack, you're going to have your accent for your whole life, guaranteed. The only reason why I don't have a Dublin accent is because I never spoke.
Wait a minute.
Let's cut that part.
So that kind of explains the whiskey selection in that back bar where the bathrooms are. Because Greg was like, wow, come check out this whiskey selection. So we went in there. And
Craig Fugate?
Yeah.
Craig Fugate was there.
Yeah.
Very good. His name will come up again.
And so we walked in there, and I'm like, wow, they have a lot of whiskey for this kind of small little bar type thing. And there's some really, he's the whiskey guy. So he was showing me, pointing out all the different, like, not rare, but just like stuff that you wouldn't normally find in another bar. So
Greg is the whiskey guy. That's the first time you've told the truth today. Welcome, Eric.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to contribute to the podcast any way I can. I just take it one cast at a time. I'm here for the team. I'm trying to do all the sports quotes thing, like they do. So
grinding on a Monday morning.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Although I did read that word somewhere, and I almost said it out loud. Just reading, grinded. So, it's a Bill Burr-ism, by the way.
Is there?
If I'm not taking credit for that, that is a Bill Burr-ism.
Well, I was laughing at the waveforms on the screen when you did that. It's like it peaks and clips off.
Well, I tried to turn my head away from the microphone.
No, that's fine. The compression handles it.
Well
handles
done.
it pretty well. So.
He uses the truth sparingly, but he uses the mic professionally.
Thank you.
So that was, the hospitality or the friendliness of those two guys who got us out.
Yeah.
The mud was kind of a preview for the bars. And at that point, we hadn't really talked to anybody there in the bar yet. But everybody there was so great. And I didn't get to meet the owner, but Braxton, was he the manager of the GM? I guess?
No, Braxton's my neighbor. The reason why we did this show.
Okay, I thought he worked there.
No, Braxton.
Because he handed you the money.
Yeah, Braxton's he's my next door neighbor. And his girlfriend Laurel is moving away, and she was really beat up about it. Nobody wants to leave Houston. Unless you're going to go up to Dallas for the day and laugh at them and then come back. But that's, so she didn't want to leave, and she's been kind of down about it. So he called me up and he said, hey, would you, I said, yeah, of course we would. So we came out, and Braxton, I've only known him from the neighborhood, for maybe 2 years, year and a bit, and young guy, just really good guy. One of those people that you always look forward to talking to, always really pleasant, very smart, and just got along with him famously, immediately, and I knew, Laurel used to come to see us in College Station.
Right, yeah.
So I met them. They were having some kind of porch get together. This was before all this crap. I'm just saying, they were just all hanging out on the porch. Laurel goes, I know. Aren't you in a band? I go, yeah. And she goes, Blaggards. College Station. She showed me her laptop. She goes, hold on. She gets the laptop Blaggard sticker on it. I was like, oh,
Nice.
there's where it went. So,
Very nice.
yeah. So anyway, it turns out I knew her and I knew her roommate and I knew, and they're all in the neighborhood, you know. So
Okay.
That's why we were there yesterday, and young Jeff Duncan did a great job as usual. Jeff came out and played with us, and but the New Potato Bar, where Braxton hangs out, he had been after me. He said, why don't you come down and meet Paul? And so, oh, yeah, I'll come down. And because I just never got around to it. So, but yeah, great spot.
Yeah, I was really impressed.
Great spot.
I was not expecting the stage to be that big.
Sturdy.
Yeah.
Or to have a stage at all.
Right, because I'd seen pictures of the patio out front. I thought, it's going to be, we'll just squeeze into a corner or something. And when we got there, the stage is just as big as this outdoor stage that the Continental built a few months ago.
Yeah, and like you said, but really well put together.
Yeah.
So, and then we got to meet a bunch of other people, a bunch of their regulars and stuff like that that just had heard of us and whatnot. Just a really, really fun, fun time.
Bartender Ethan came walking all the way out just to introduce himself.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Very, very, very welcome amount of fun too, after being cooped up for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So we haven't played since Katie, since Wildcatter, which was earlier.
Wow.
It's like 3 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
Seemed longer.
Yeah. All right, so we have a question from Greg.
Oh. Greg who?
A very timely question. Greg Fugate, the
he was there yesterday with
connoisseur.
Sharon.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I told Sharon not to bring him. And she did.
Like a bad penny, he always turns up.
Mr. Fugate asks us, so given the announcement of a holiday song, we might have something more to say about that this show too. Are we going to have a holiday SlapperCast where you guys talk about your favorite holiday songs? I'm assuming by holiday he means Christmas.
Well, that's probably the next holiday.
It was Kwanzaa.
That's the holiday after Christmas.
It is?
Day after, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the before. No?
So, yeah.
My life has been a lie.
Yes.
So basically, again, just quickly, he's asking us about our favorite holiday songs and traditions.
South of Heaven.
South of Heaven. That's a good one.
South of Heaven. Who does that song?
Slayer.
Oh.
Everything's a holiday song if you play it at the right time.
So who wants to start?
Oh, sorry?
Who wants to start?
Oh, we're doing this
you
now.
You just decorated your whole house.
Oh, yeah, we did, yeah.
Yeah.
I started decorating on the 1st of November. Day after Halloween, I was like, fuck this. And I just started putting up Christmas lights because it was, you have to, because it's just, been kind of a shit year. So you need something to make you feel jolly.
Got to get ahead of the Joneses.
Got ahead of the Joneses. So, yeah. And it turns out that my lights, I bought a bunch of lights last year on sale, and they're all blue. And I just saw, we have a blue house.
I like the blue lights.
So I put up the blue lights. And then a few days later, the election happened. And I just thought, oh, this is an odd coincidence that they're blue lights with the election results. So I'm sure my neighbors were kind of interested in that, or maybe they didn't even figure it. They didn't think it was Christmas. Whatever.
So is that as decorating the house with lights and trimmings and so forth? So is that important to you to do every year?
Yeah, I love Christmas.
Yeah.
Where were we playing that you went and bought all the Christmas stuff? We were playing somewhere.
Oh, in Weston.
Oh, Weston. That's right.
I bought a tea towel and I bought an ornament. Yeah.
From Weston, Missouri.
Yeah.
Okay. When we were playing at O'Malley's.
I'm sure she thought I was some kind of hooligan when I walked in with my tattoos and stuff like that and wearing whatever shirt I was. I think I was wearing my Dio shirt.
Yes, you were.
That day. And so I walked in. I'm like, I'd like to buy this tea towel with Santa on it, please. Yeah, no, I love all that shit. My parents, my mom especially made the house look all nice when we were kids.
You should give us a picture that we can post for the picture of your house so we can post it.
Oh, yeah. Well, so the fucked up thing is like I've got 2 strands of lights that went out.
What?
The last weekend because one I think because of the rain.
You bought them on sale.
And because they're up on the top, and the other one was inside and covered. So I got to get a ladder from Pete and start doing some research on what's wrong with my lights.
So, can't have that.
Yeah, but tree is probably a 7-footer, 8-footer maybe. And then I have a mini replica of Graceland at Christmas time.
Cool.
With like
a nativity scene?
It's got that. No, it's got that like "Merry Christmas" from Elvis.
Yes.
Sign with like Santa on it.
Yeah.
And then I got two little things. I'll take a picture of it. It's fucking badass.
Nice.
And I've actually gone to Graceland at Christmas time, and it's
I bet you. Yeah.
pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've never
In
been
a
at
good
Christmas. I have some Graceland. So it's funny. A couple of years back, I said to the kids, I said, you want to decorate? You want? Oh yeah. So the decorations are in the attic, and they're like, nah. Hell with it. That was the last time we got a tree. So I'm not doing it anymore. So, but I did. I put lights in the outside.
The outside looks nice.
I put lights
Very
in the
festive.
outside, and yeah. So
Looks good.
yeah. So I mean, I that's the extent of it now. But
when you were growing up, did your family
big time.
decorate big time? Yeah?
We had to. We lived in Killiney, and being in a rough part of the world, that joke will never get old. We had these huge ceilings, so we had to go to get trees at the same place the banks did to create a massive amount. My dad was insistent on these massive trees, and it was a sight. It was a sight to see. It was always Christmas was a big deal, and I could care less about it. The Christmas song though, that's different. That's different. There's one song that makes me nostalgic for Christmas, and that's the Slade song, "Happy Christmas, Everybody," or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And it's not even a great song. It's just one of those songs that just brings you back to your childhood. Mm-hmm. They played it just incessantly. It was never off the air. November, December. January.
Yeah.
So that one. And of course, I always like the Elvis stuff because it was just so over the top. And
what did your mom listen to the Elvis Christmas stuff?
Yeah, I mean, initially she did.
I know she's a big Elvis fan. That's why.
Yeah. Got no sleigh with reindeers. Got no sack on my back. You'll see me coming in a big black Cadillac.
We used to cover that song. Yeah.
That's the only line you really need to know of any Christmas song. So yeah, I'm not a big, do they know it's Christmas or, rocking around. I mean, if I hear Jingle Bell Rock, somebody's going to die slowly. Ugh. So a lot of stuff that I hate. And then there's something even worse than that. And I'll tell you exactly what it is. I was at HEB last night, which, for those listening outside the Texas area, HEB is imagine a grocery store, massive grocery store. But imagine everybody in there was helpful and happy and wonderful. And the price, I mean, just...
They usually are, yeah.
I just can't get over it. I cannot get over it. So went there last night. But there's one thing worse than... I can't think of the worst Christmas song, and I want to tell you so. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree or anything like that, that kind of stuff. That's terrible. And that's gouge your eye out with a spoon, terrible. But there's something even worse than that. And there was one of those, it sounded like one of those 80s metal bands doing a Christmas song, and they're really trying to make it heavy, but, you can't, you know what I mean? You can't get a ball of CandyFloss and hurt somebody with it. You can't throw it at them hard enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do with it. They're that shit.
Do you know what song it was?
No, But
do you hear what I hear?
Huh?
Do you hear what I? No, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I couldn't get the. It was one of those things where where you're just taking cans of food and just throwing it against your skull to take your mind off the thing. So that's even worse than the that watery Christmas stuff. That's that's my.
There was a really annoying Christmas song I heard at HEB that they've played a bunch of times. I think I heard it like a dozen times at HEB last year, and I heard it enough times that I was like, this is so bad. But I got really curious to know who it was, so I could know, give a name to my pain or whatever. I thought it was Aerosmith because the singer sounded kind of like
Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler, right? But I think it turned out it was Billy Squier. It was like
Jesus Christ!
I know.
I hate Billy Squier.
But it was just so repetitive. It just kept doing the same thing over and over and over again. I'm like, this is awful. Make it stop.
Christmas is the time to say I love you. That one?
I don't know.
That's the Billy Squier Christmas song.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is the one, yeah.
Wow. Are you a Billy Squier fan?
No, I like that song now.
You do? maybe it sounds better when you're not shopping.
Well, I don't like the Jesus Christmas stuff. So my motto is
what are you trying to say?
My motto is keep Christ out of Christmas. and you know why?
That's
because
funny.
the fucking it's not a Christian holiday.
No, not
It
really.
is now.
Well, it is now because they stole it.
Praise Allah.
Jesus.
They stole it from a pagan tradition, right?
Yeah.
Those pagans.
So I'm more into Yule now these days, which is like around the 21st.
Oh.
Yeah. And Krampusnacht is the 5th, I think.
Oh,
5th of the
yeah,
7th.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, it has a date.
Krampus thing, yeah.
Yes, it has a date.
Yeah,
Bite your tongue.
I think it's either the 5th. I think it's the 5th through the 7th, or it might be the 6th. I have to do that. A little research on that.
Yeah, I think so. Damn you, phone on a stand.
Jesus.
But for me, Christmas time, there's always two albums I have to listen to every Christmas, just because I associate it with, because I listened to them when I was growing up. There's the Nat King Cole, the Christmas song
Classic.
record. Yeah. Ooh, that's a nice one.
Thank you.
This is greatest hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And he's Jewish.
and that has
But he has a Christmas record.
Yes, he does.
At least two, I think.
Hey.
that of course has the Christmas song on it, which Mel
Right,
Torme
that's-
wrote for him to sing.
That's the classic.
And I didn't know this, but Nat recorded that song like 4 times, and the version that I grew up with is the last version he recorded.
Oh, nice.
Which is in the early '60s, and that has all the. It's not all Jesus songs, but it's mostly Jesus songs. Like as you were saying, like God,
You gonna be
Rest
okay?
Ye Merry Gentlemen,
Come here, let me hold you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Tannenbaums, all that stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
Tannenbaum's
Silent
a
Night.
Christmas tree song.
Yeah. Well, didn't it mention Christ in that
I don't
song?
know. Fuck if it does.
Oh, Holy Night. Oh, that's Silent Night, right? So, oh,
Well,
Holy
they're two different
Night.
nights. Apparently it's the same night.
Yeah.
But they're both about, it's fine.
Yeah. But that song, I usually don't, that's a really heavily, lushly produced record. And I don't usually listen to stuff like that but I think because I grew up with it and because it's Nat. I
Sure.
love Nat's
Oh, yeah, no, he
voice.
sings the shit
It's
out of
it's so great. And then the other one is Vince Guaraldi's,
The Charlie Brown Christmas.
yeah.
Yeah.
which
That's a good one.
And I hadn't really dug into Vince's stuff before, but last night when I couldn't sleep, I was thinking about this question. And I started thinking about Vince, and what a cool dude that guy was. He had a jazz trio as piano, double bass, and drums, most of some guitar and some of the stuff. But it was mostly just just really basic, just really groovy jazz, and very, very. He was very kind of poppy. He had I think a stronger pop sensibility than a lot of other jazz composers did at that time. Like I think he was a lot more conscious of hook and melody than.
That's why he did a bunch of those Charlie Brown specials.
Yeah.
Not just
a
the
lot
Christmas
of them.
one, but
there's like 17 in 10 years or something.
he did
like
a
that.
bunch. Yeah.
But yeah, I love that record. The whole thing, and there's a lot more I'm learning now that I need to listen to of his. Not just the Charlie Brown stuff, but all the other stuff
Yeah,
he did.
he was a
great
cat.
stuff. Yeah.
West Coast guy.
And I love all that. I don't have it, but whenever I'm at my mom's house for Christmas, which is every year, she's got some Tony Bennett stuff that she listens to, which is great. I love all that kind of old style,
Yeah, I like all the
swingy
classics,
stuff. Yeah.
The Christmas with the Rat Pack record and the Phil Spector Christmas record is over the top. Just Phil Spector.
I would like to hear that.
Yeah, it's good.
I would like to hear that.
What's his name? Gene, somebody, I forget his name is, does a version of the Bells of St. Mary's that is fucking ridiculous. Like the production is so like in your face.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking rock and roll song. It's not,
That's cool.
it's really cool. And
Let me ask you a question. I just thought of this. Who would you like to, now don't say Eric Clapton or the Eagles. Ever. Just erase it from, no. Who would you like to hear do a Christmas song? And it doesn't, not style or Christmas, but who would you like to hear do a song that hasn't done one?
I don't think I've ever heard Bowie do a Christmas song.
Well, he did. He did. The
Well, he did the little
Right,
drummer boy.
but that's the
thing
only
with
one, right? That's
Bing
the only.
Crosby.
Yeah, but that's enough. Move on.
No, I would have liked to hear him do more stuff. That's the first person that comes to mind. I don't know. I'm flipping through names and like, oh, he did one. He did one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Every good band does a Christmas song, right?
Yeah.
At least one.
It's about to be true.
Yeah. Well, we did Fairy Tale.
Oh, we already announced that last week. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's not a secret
It's not
anymore.
out yet. Yeah.
Yeah. But, like,
Even a lot of the metal guys have done.
yeah.
Robert Halford did a whole Christmas record.
Did he really?
An entire Christmas
Yeah.
record. Rob fucking Halford. Yeah. It's not good. But
No, of course it's
he
not
did
good.
it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
It's Rob Halford.
It's Rob
singing.
Halford, yeah. It's
Is it like produced poorly, or
I
is
think
it just,
I think it's just like the timbre of his voice and like.
But it's it's also
range.
the we were just talking about this before the cameras came on. Hi mom. You can see through this shit when somebody does something that's not in their. Dee Snider did so Rob Halford of Judas
Twisted
Priest,
Sister did a whole Christmas
Twisted
record
Sister.
too.
They did that, and it's just completely see through. It's transparent. It's weak. It's thin. It's hey. You've got a Christmas song. We're going to do a Christmas song. We're going to do a whole album, and it's going to sell because we're a big name. And I don't begrudge them for going out and making making money while you can, and everybody knew, in that era. I'm talking about Twisted Sister now. At that time, everybody knew that there was a bottom and it was going to fall out eventually.
Well, they were like 84 though, so they were.
Well, their story is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you go back and if you're interested at all, if you want to see, just find the Twisted Sister story because they were awful, just absolutely awful, and they became okay.
Yeah.
But they did the same thing. They're like AC/DC, except AC/DC, they have a niche and they're never, ever, ever going away. So if you like AC/DC or you
They have a
don't,
new record out too.
yeah, they're not going away,
do?
but they're going to be doing the same shit over and
AC/DC.
over again, and it's going to be the same thing, but it's going to be good. And Angus Young is just an amazing guitar player, and the rest of the band can do whatever they do.
Phil Rudd is
Yeah,
one of
but
the
he's
greatest.
not with them anymore.
Oh yes, he is. He's back.
came back?
He's back, baby.
Is Brian back?
Brian's back, yeah.
Brian,
Yes.
it's Brian, Angus, and Phil Rudd.
I was
are
so
the band.
depressed when I heard-
Cliff. And I think it's like
Yeah, because he was gone up until
Angus's nephew or Malcolm's kid is playing
really?
second guitar. So there's a family relation that's
It's gotta
that's
band.
great.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
I was so because I
Yeah.
heard last I was looking into them. I guess it was several years ago that Brian.
Well,
had-
Phil wasn't there 2 years ago even.
right.
Well,
yeah.
because he had a little trouble with
Yeah.
hookers and
Yeah.
meth
Right,
and
yeah,
guns
they had
and
a
wanted to
falling
kill
out with-
somebody.
Yeah,
they had trouble with Phil and-
What I'm saying is, with AC/DC, you're getting the carbon copy of the it will their stuff does evolve a little bit, and it stays a little bit better than the last one, just to keep the train rolling. But Twisted Sister stayed mediocre the whole time, and I think Dee's got a decent voice. And I think the rest of the band were very, very mediocre, but they were. It was a great show. It was a great.
It was they're a better band together than they are apart.
Yes,
meaning
yeah.
like, I mean,
But they were never brilliant. They never did a Back in Black, or they never did a
right.
a Peace of Mind, or
Their We're Not Gonna Take It is probably like the pinnacle of their success.
And
Right.
again, yes. So you'd laugh at that. You listen to it on the record and say, "We're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it," over and over and over again. And it's still it's an anthem, and it's it's a "We Will Rock You." There's nothing to it, but it was in the time
Sure.
a big deal, but they never got above that. It was never great and it was never crap. It was just right.
Until they came out with Deck the Halls.
See, I thought that
I'm
was
totally
shit.
fucking joking. I don't know what's on that Christmas record. But
Yeah.
but that's I think the point of them like doing a Christmas album and them trying to sing something like Deck the Halls or some fucking
Yes.
thing like that. Just
Yes,
doesn't make any sense.
I don't think so.
I can picture like them doing like a one-off. Like, let's just record this one song. It'll be fun. There's a record called a Heavy Metal Christmas or whatever.
Yes.
It's a bunch of different guys. Like Rob's on it, Dio's on it, the singer from Foreigners on it, and all these different bands. Like Rudy Sarzo's on it, and Vinny's on it, and all these different like guitar players and bass players from all different bands are doing this record, and it's kind of fun. It's because every song is different, and it's kind of fun because it's not just the same band doing whatever, Dio sings God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. It's like, super slow, dirgy, weird, but it's kind of fun. But I couldn't imagine a whole record of Dio singing Christmas songs.
But he wouldn't do it. He's smart.
No, I mean, it's just silly. And the original question was, I think kind of like everybody that we think of has probably done. Has Iron Maiden done a Christmas song?
Not to my knowledge.
Well,
I know Eddie.
Then that's the band.
I know Eddie had a Christmas hat on at one point for one of the, but it was never.
Yeah, and then they need to do like Here We Come Wassailing or something like that. Some kind of really Britishy kind of like Christmas carol.
Yeah.
You know who would have done a really great Christmas record would have been Traveling Wilburys.
That might have been interesting. They might have picked some different songs or even written some new Christmas songs.
Because they have that one, and you pointed this out to me, that song Heading for the Light that George sings. Sounds like a Christmas song. Yeah. It's not, but it could be. Yeah. If you want it to be, it is, basically. That was kind of, George was such a pious, I don't like that word, but he was a spiritual guy. Yeah. Not necessarily super religious, but he was not technically Christian. But the songs where he talks about his faith or his beliefs are so passionate that I could see, because none of the Beatles ever did a Christmas. Well, they did. Well, that's not true. Paul had a couple of songs and John had one. But they never.
A couple of songs? He had the worst one.
Yeah, I know.
Don't even say it. Don't even say it. Cut. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's not, John's song is really good, I thought.
Oh, the War is Over song?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great song.
Great song.
Should never, ever be covered, but it's been covered so many times. Have you covered it?
Man.
No.
Blaggers never done it?
No. Yeah. But again, I asked the question, who would you like to see do a Christmas song? Because I don't want to do a Christmas record. I don't want to do an Irish Christmas or Blaggardize some of these
the traditional songs,
Christmas songs. But I do want, I did want to, I wrote this next one, hopefully that we get recorded tomorrow. But I do like the Christmas time feel. I do like the. See, erase. Start again.
Sorry, go ahead. I just hit stop by accident.
What episode are we in? So, I don't want to do a Christmas album. I don't want to do because at this point, so hey, have you guys ever done Karma Chameleon? You should put a Blaggards. No, you should not talk to us ever again. And it's the same thing with the Christmas record. It's just we've done what we've done, and we've enjoyed doing it. Now we want to kind of push out a little bit, and just see what else there's under the hood. Yeah. You know what I mean? And just so leave the jingle bells and the Santa Claus. I can't even grasp a name out of the air of a Christmas carol. A Christmas song that you'll hear. But I don't want to do any of those. Mm-hmm. There's no song that you hear and you go, oh, that's cool. That's But there are song ideas that you want to. You want to write. You want to play,
and take ideas from.
Yeah.
The one song that I always think of immediately because the melody is so gorgeous is Greensleeves, which was rewritten into what's the Christmas one?
What child is this?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
what child is this who came to something about Jesus fucking Christ?
Yeah. So the original version is better. Yeah. But that's an Irish, right? Isn't that an Irish traditional song? Greensleeves? Didn't it start
I've heard it.
I think it's an Irish thing.
I think it is too.
Yeah. Anyway.
Damn, you phone understand.
But it's been done so many times. I wouldn't, we could do it. I'm sure it would sound great, but Now
I tell you, a few years back, we talked about the da 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 da. We could I was going to work that into a Christmas kind of medley. Now I have no problem with that. I have no problem with playing a Christmas medley live. Something, but again, it can't be. It just can't be sleigh bells and jingle bells and Santa's balls. It can't be that stuff together. It has to be, left turns and loop de loops and ups and downs and whatnot. But so I have no problem with that. But I as far as doing Christmas music, write your own. Get the new stuff out.
Please.
Fair enough.
Erase the shit on the. I'm going to talk to our friends at HEB and say, "Hey, play that metal song again, and I'll destroy Aisle 23."
Yeah,
I'm not giving up.
Ixnay, Billy Squire, or no,
Sure wasn't Bon Jovi?
Illy. Never mind.
Bon Jovi's got that really terrible Christmas song.
Well, every song really is terrible.
What's true
when you think about it?
Yeah.
Shut through the heart.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, so Christmas songs are overrated. No, I do like I do like the season. I do like the feel of the, and it's nice too when all the lights go up and the neighborhoods just look great and stuff, and it always adds to January too when all the lights come down.
Whoa.
All the lights come down
That's
and it's
rough.
and it's dismal and it's cold and it's winter and it's it's just there you go. Start your year off. That's the
Yeah. There's just always a sense of, I think this is what makes this time of year so fun, is that it just feels like we're winding down and we're kind of like, we're relaxing enough to put up all these crazy decorations and do silly things. And we're getting ready to press the reset button on January 1st.
We hope so.
Yeah.
Especially this year.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with the new year, fast approaching, is there, besides getting back on the road and
La 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 la.
yeah, is there a remind me?
You just quoted a lyric from that song.
What?
With the new year fast approaching. That's the lyrics from Deck the Halls.
Is it really?
Oh, it really is.
Well, I'll just wash my mouth out with soap. What are you looking forward to the most besides
The vaccine?
playing?
For next year? Next year specifically, or just?
Yeah. Is there anything just
I'm looking forward to getting this album out, man. Whenever that happens, just riding the wave that happens after we get this new material out, because it's been a long time coming. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm overlooking it a little bit. I'm looking past it now because I want to do the new record. I want to do. I'm serious. I'm
just keep moving.
I've got so much shit to I've just written so much stuff, and it's the nice thing about being locked up for this long is I've developed a few good habits. Writing every day and playing every day, and it's just reading and just getting further and further and further along with. So it's been good, but we were talking to Doug Stanhope a few weeks back on the podcast, and we were talking about
our good friend Doug Stanhope.
Our very dear friend, wonderful. He's dry. He's not smoking or drinking for 40 days.
I heard that on his podcast. Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah, he's doing the 40 for 40 thing, and he put out yesterday on Twitter. He goes, "Hey, all you sober people, is there anything I should do while I'm here? Is there anything I should see?"
He says he's still doing edibles. That's what he said on the show last night. So
okay.
I still got my edibles, so fuck off.
Well, he probably can't. He probably can't sleep or do it. That. But we were talking about those people. We were telling about musicians, and we were talking about comedians that have to record everything that they write. You know what I mean? Like the and I hate to, he's not a comedian, he's just a fucking oaf. Larry the Cable Guy, everything Greg Giraldo said it on his roast. He said, "Hey, have you ever thought about not writing down everything you think of?" and that's what I say.
I miss me some Greg Giraldo, man.
My God,
fucking guy was brilliant. That's so sad that he.
Yeah, he wasn't at Doug's level in my estimation. I mean, he was right there though. I mean, a genius.
He's pretty fucking funny though.
Yeah. I mean,
wasn't. Yeah.
But but the curse of writing so much and recording so much stuff is, you have to go back through it. I mean, and a lot of the stuff, the Christmas song that I just wrote, I spent a lot of fucking time taking out because the song right as it sits right now is 5 minutes long. I don't want a 5 minutes, I don't want a 3, but I want to, you want to keep the good, but I spent so long in it that once you immerse yourself in this one section with this one piece, it's really hard to take off parts or add parts, or there's still stuff that I took out of the 5 minutes. It was longer. I mean, it was, you're trying to scale it back. So long story short, when you're that close to it, when you're in a project or in a piece that long, it's really hard to come out and look at it again with a new, or listen to it with new ears. And
yeah.
So, and the last thing I want to do is to have an album of, oh yeah, I wrote 12 songs and there's 12 songs on the record. No, you want to write 30 songs and pick
your best.
Yeah, trim it down.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And we've been missing that desperately because we haven't been playing nor rehearsing nor, there's just been that gap, that void. And so what I want to do different in the next record, which is going to pick up right when this one gets released, the new one, I want to just go right back in the studio and start the next one. But what I want to do different on this one is I want the input of these three, so we can have a collective versus the one guy, so it doesn't end up to be an Eric Clapton record. It can be what I mean.
Fat chance of that, monsieur.
Mm-hmm. The Claptones.
Just clap.
Think about what you were just saying about finishing songs. It makes me think of, I know I've told you this story before. George Harrison used to talk about a really good piece of advice that John Lennon gave him when they were still in the Beatles together. Sorry, John. John told him at one point, when George was starting to write more songs, John said, what you should do is just make sure you finish those songs, as soon as you can. Don't let them sit around too long, because it just gets overwhelming. Like you're saying, you wind up with a pile of ideas that you're never going to finish. And George took that to heart. I mean, the last couple of years before they broke up, he wrote so much stuff, and he wound up just dumping it all. All Things Must Pass.
Yeah, that's why it's a triple album, because
he had so much to get through, and they're all great songs. But you've been really good about that this past year, because it was like you kind of got into this role. There was like, Rain or Shine, done. 16, done. Segue, done, or whatever we're calling it.
Wagon wheel.
Yeah, wagon wheel, yeah.
Rock me, baby, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, baby. Anyway.
And that was great to see, because it used to be, you would say, hey, this is a great idea. Oh, that's cool. And then I'd come back next week and you'd have 3 more ideas that were completely unrelated to the first one, So you've definitely, you've turned a corner with that for sure.
I think that's definitely a benefit of recording everything, because you might be able to pull, like, oh, this idea might work better in this song. Or
I do that.
That idea doesn't work, but I'm going to say that idea because it might be a good.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
To do otherwise.
Well, that's what I did with this Christmas song. Was I have this other piece that I wrote for the guitar and the fiddle to do this piece that's not even related, but it was cool to have in that groove of the song that I wrote. But it doesn't. Again, I don't want a 7-minute piece. I want to, not. And I'm not shortening it for radio play or for I'm just shortening because I just want a rock song to go from A to B, because I think of it as we play. I think of as I'm writing it, you think of how's that going to sound on stage. Do you want your bass player to be back there going, I'm bored out of my fucking tits? Do you want a drummer back there to go, I don't want to do this.
Right.
This is, you write it to where you just you want to keep them engaged, but you just want to, So anyway, that said, the new record, the new record that hasn't even been written yet is going to be a whole different feel to where, and again, we talked about Jeff Duncan too, bringing Jeff in and having him in at the ground floor versus, there's a piece written, just do a piece there and a little harmony piece here and then back, then double that. And,
yeah, that could be cool too. Yeah. Get his input on some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's got a couple good ears on him. So.
Yeah.
So that's what, the paramount, that tip top, the just very, 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 the peak thing I'm looking forward to is getting back on the road. Just
that would be nice.
Yeah.
Just using those muddy tires that.
I got pictures, by the way. If you want to post some pictures, I get.
Oh, good.
I took 2 pictures of the van in the mud. So
Good. Yeah.
just I was going to send them to Jay Holland. I'm refraining at the moment.
Yeah, those. So, well, Jay's gonna be mad at me for getting them dirty. I promised him I wouldn't. So, if you're just joining us, kids, van got stuck in the middle, and the beautiful tires that Jay put on the car. Anything else you're looking forward to next year?
I'd like to go back to Ireland next year.
Sienna is working on that as we speak.
Well, I mean, it's kind of up to a lot more factors than Miss Sienna working the numbers. It's a question of what the world is going to be up to by then. Hopefully, in a better spot than it was this October.
Yeah,
it will be. I'm not a gambling man, but I will bet my life on that.
Oh,
I'm telling you, we're much better.
Dan Patrick over there.
Yeah. I've got the years. And also we haven't thanked all our people for tuning in yesterday as well, or on Sunday.
Yeah.
We had all those people tune in, and all great to see all those faces again, even though it was online. But just everybody engaged, and David Carr and the Kathy and Peter Duncan, of course Judy Sampieri, and just everybody. Tuning in, saying hello, and just really great to see everybody. And I just, like I said, I've got a good feeling about 2021, and just think that it's going to be. I just think it's going to be a tremendous year.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, it can't be worse. We know that.
Nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
The chimney. Laying a finger inside of his nose, aside, not inside. A side of his nose.
I was going to say inside.
Giving a nod of the
Inside's
chimney.
the side. Yeah.
There's a really cool version. You may have to goggle it. It's on the TubeView. It's Art Carney, the guy from Honeymooners, scatting "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" with just a guy playing a drum set behind him. It's fucking awesome.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Sounds
I'll
awful.
have to goggle that.
Sounds like a goon show thing.
What?
That doesn't sound good at all.
It's awesome.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool. Used to have it on a record when I was a kid.
Was it like a single he did or something? Or
I think so.
Did he put out record?
The record had like a picture of like a kid in a snowsuit, and it was like a child's Christmas record or whatever. And there's all these Christmas songs that were geared towards kids. And Art Carney was the first side one, track one.
Do you ever listen to the Goon Show stuff with Peter Sellers?
No, you told me about that last time. And I need to get on that
Milligan
stuff.
Yeah, there's this hilarious, just completely stupid thing that he did with Spike Milligan. That they sing a Unchained Melody.
Oh my god!
And Spike Milligan's just making a racket on the drums, and I think somebody's playing trumpet really badly, and Peter Sellers is singing in his blue. I forget what the name of that character is. This little boy character he used to do, like, "Hello, my he used to talk like that.
Crazy.
It's fucking hilarious.
Well, with that guy that there's that video that was around, a couple of years ago, and it was like basically it's like this really nice supper club somewhere. It might be in, I don't want to get the nationality wrong, but maybe Korea, maybe. And it like pans over and there's this beautiful girl singing "My Way," and all of a sudden you hear "Brat goo ga ga crash," and in the middle of the song, and it's like this guy wearing a white tuxedo playing the drums like a lunatic. And smiling and laughing and twirling his sticks, completely out of time. And the rest of the band has got their heads down and just playing. It's so fucking good. Like that guy, his personality and his enthusiasm for the song is so over the top. You can't, like, people are like, this is terrible. This guy's a terrible. Like, no, this guy's a fantastic drummer. He's just having the time of his life back there. I did it, my. It's so good. I'll have to put a link to that. I'll find a link to that.
Send to me.
So fucking ridiculous, but it'll make you smile.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
And the timeout Timeout. That's it, right?
Timeout 3.
Timeout 3?
Timeout 3, but that's it for the.
Is it
That's
Friday
it for
or Saturday?
I just think that's the last show. And
The last real show.
We're doing the private thing.
Yeah, because Einstein's was canceled.
Yeah. So I would say that we're going to have. We've got brand new Blaggard coffee mugs.
Coming very soon.
Yes, but probably today.
In time for Christmas?
Hopefully,
Yes.
yeah.
So I'm going to ask everybody if you would kindly just check out our
Our store. Yeah, we were going to have a sale
Yep.
starting probably today. Yeah.
So we're gonna discount stuff and whatnot, and we're gonna have our Fairy Tale New York. We're gonna have that out with the lovely Leslie DeHaven singing
Hopefully soon.
lead. Yeah.
Lead?
So
I guess she just kind of sing a lead part.
she is lead.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
It's
It's
the
a
only
duet.
reason why we did the song.
Yeah.
And
Someone else sing.
I have to say and we have Glockenspiel for the first time.
Glockenspielen.
Ah,
That's German for something.
yeah. Glockenspiel actually means playing with yourself.
It means bell talk.
But you did it extremely well. I mean, I know that you're good at that, but
It was silly.
yeah, no, I thought it was tremendous.
I'm still trying to hear that little lick I did.
I asked him, he said, well, it's in there. I go, well, we need to highlight it.
Yeah.
It's
Turn that
brilliant.
shit up. It's funny.
Brilliant. So we had a lot of fun doing it. Really satisfying doing that. So I'm going to say again, Kirsty MacColl sings that song and she makes that song. Of course, obviously Shane did. It's a masterpiece, but Kirsty MacColl sang that song so well, and nobody else could do it until I heard Leslie do it. And I'm not just saying that because it's your girl and you get
Right.
you get mad when I don't. Yeah. But no, she did just an outstanding job, and it gave me goosebumps because I was there, there in the studio when she did it, and I just Paul's like, hey, can we get let's do it again I go, are you coming? And she did. Every time she did so she was just fantastic.
She's pro.
And so we're excited about that, and then we'll today we're going to go in and do another Christmas song that's not going to be near as pretty as that, but we're
It's going to be pretty fun.
pretty fun.
I'm really
Give you
looking forward
that.
to it. Yeah.
But so we got the mugs coming. We've got we showed you the hat last time. We got our what are they called? Beanies.
Beanies, yeah.
Yeah, we got the Blaggard beanies and
Baseball caps. Tons of stuff.
yeah. So check it out, and man, thanks for listening. Thank you thank you for tuning in to the live stream.
Yes, and the people who tipped too. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Never expected, but always appreciated.
And just a quick note too. You mentioned a few weeks ago that there was a new Shane McGowan documentary coming out soon. That is out this week. I think on Friday it's going to be on streaming. I don't know what streaming services it's going to be on. I'll try to find out before I put the show up. I'll also put a link to the trailer, but it does look really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. There's also a new Phil Lynott documentary that came out in Ireland.
They postponed it.
Yeah.
That's a postponement.
Yeah.
That's the international symbol for postponement.
So I don't know when it's going to get, I guess next year. We're not going to get it here until next year probably. But anyway, lots of cool groovy stuff coming up.
Yeah. And so we may be a little bit quiet for the month of December, but we will be back with a vengeance in January and February, and we ask everybody that you just continue to look after yourself and each other, and just let's beat this thing, and let's get back to work, and really excited about the new record, and you're going to be hearing that. Gonna be hearing that a lot here pretty soon. So we have Christopher Longwood mastering it.
Yep.
And so the other thing is too, I don't know what the prize is, but we're gonna if you want to take a stab at naming the record, go for it.
Oh,
Go for it. There will be a nice prize if we pick the name from you. So I don't know what that is yet, but
yeah. Why not? All right.
And don't say hit me. Yeah.
all right. Okay. Excellent work, gentlemen.
Nice to see you
As
all again.
always.
In person.
In person, yeah.
Yeah. SlapperCast 95.
95. All right, kids. Be
All right.
safe.
See you next week.
Wash your hands. Don't go change it.